Welcome. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and brother Max to quite a few of you. So, just I'm doing a live watch along again. The last Sunday I did the Clerks animated TV show, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of do another TV show that has kind of a limited run, but this one's a little bit bigger with Spaced. Um, this is what started it all. Like we wouldn't have Shaun the Dead, Hot Fuzz, at World's End. What else? We wouldn't have we wouldn't have like Edgar Wright's career, like with Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho. I think he has another one as well, and so and just Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. It's like we wouldn't have those two. As an actors, so it's like I'm sure but I don't think they would be as big as today. But just yeah, like I love this show, and I think this box set is out of print. Um, it's pretty cool. If you've never checked out this show, it's about you got Tim, who's Simon Pegg, and Daisy. I can't think what's her name, Jessica Hines. I knew that. They are two people who are out of respective relationships, and they find a place to live, and so they kind of trick this landlord into saying that they are a couple because the place that they want to rent is for couples only, and so they kind of have to keep up this ruse throughout the series to kind of keep their apartment because it's a really good apartment or a flat. It's cheap, and then they have this really weird cast of characters. And you got what's her name? Twist and Mike, who are like the respective best friends, and then you got maybe Twist is the daughter of the landlord. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen this. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna watch the first couple episodes. But I would definitely recommend trying to get this box set because this is like loaded with special features, and especially the commentaries alone for these episodes are great. You got the guys from South Park. You got Kevin Smith, Quentin Tarantino. Who else? You got Patton Oswalt. You got Diablo Cody, from Juno and Jennifer's Body. Um, who else you got? Um, who else? Well, of course, the cast as well from the show. So you get some cool guest commentators. So it just kind of shows you how um, 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 some what's it called? Just some really cool stories about this, and it tells you how influential the story is. Oh, you never heard of this? Oh man. Hey Bones. Hey Pap. How you guys doing? Um, yeah, this is the show that Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and director Edgar Wright they all did together before they got made Shaun the Dead. And there's an episode. I think it's this. I think it's the first season. Um, I can't remember which one it is. Um, one of the episodes. uh, One of the episodes is where um, our main character Tim, he's playing Resident Evil, and he kind of gets a little too obsessed with it, and so he ends up kind of imagining zombies kind of breaking down, and you can kind of see the early stages of Shaun of the Dead in that episode. So um, yeah, I'm just gonna watch the first couple episodes. It's been a while since I've seen this, just like Clerks, the animated series. Oh, and yes, Bones. Group hug in the shower, so make sure you bring your Irish Springs and your Old Spices. And dropping the soap is a must. Um, but anyways, let's get this started. If so, right. So yeah, let's just get this started. Thank you guys for stopping by. Um, I'm very looking forward to starting this. It's been a while since I've seen this, and um, like before I start this, like if you've seen any of the Edgar Wright's movies, even like Scott Pilgrim, and even the non-Cornetto trilogy movies, like you can definitely see his love for video games and stuff like that, and just like movies in general, and like which is why I like this series quite a bit. It's only 7 episodes per, and there's only 2 seasons, so hopefully this will kind of get me a nice little month long for the month of June. So let's just get started, and let's really get started, and let's go. And I got some popcorn. So so if you see me eating off, if you see me eating, that's what I'm doing. Oh, and I forgot how good the editing is for this show. Yes, I don't have any. I have dark chocolate M&Ms. Um, at the moment, but I had to use up some of the last of my popcorn butter so I can have an excuse to buy some more. So, oh yes, I agree. M&Ms, yeah, M&Ms is in popcorn is fantastic. I don't. Have you seen that they do have a this bag of popcorn that has M&Ms kind of like melted to pieces of some kernels of popcorn? It's pretty. It's actually really good. Yeah. Um, I think they also do Twix. And what was the other flavor? Snickers, I do believe. Um, they're just kind of like, yeah, it's like bagged popcorn, and they just have some like mini M&Ms kind of stuck to them, and it's really really good. Oh, I've never tried that. No, is that good, Pap? Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, crap. Oh, okay. Let me add that.
Hello.
Hello.
You're probably gonna shower tonight.
Yeah. Let me hold on. Let me turn down my my headphones. There we go.
I don't know what I'm watching. I've never heard of this. I found it on a site.
Oh, cool. Yeah, like you'll definitely see like a bunch of like um early uh kind of way they filmed Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and stuff like that quick editing and stuff like that. You'll see here, like they were just like starting out with all that kind of stuff here.
So these guys got like a crew, like the View Askew group.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah, um, like everybody that you see in those three movies are like in here. Like you know, um, you know that scene in Shaun of the Dead where they're like they meet up and they kind of see like their doppelgangers or whatever.
Yeah,
So it was kind of like it was kind of a big moment. Like if you knew the show and stuff like that, it's like because that's the girl is his like his opposite on the show, and so it's kind of like it was kind of like if you it was kind of a nice Easter egg for the fans of space.
the girl that was in the sweater was the girl in Shaun of the Dead with like the ponytail and the gun.
Yeah, she's in here too. I think like everybody like is in this. When they were like trying to get to the pub where they come across like a bunch of like they're all lined up and they're just kind of like seeing each other like the like other survivors that like the main girl is who he talks
Did you
to.
start with episode 1?
Yes, I did.
What's your timestamp?
It is uh 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Yeah, like only thing you missed so far is that our two main characters are broken up with their girlfriend and boyfriend, and they're looking for a place to live. That's basically it.
I'm at a scene with the three of them at a table drinking wine
Uh,
or champagne or whatever.
think. Where I'm at is they're just walking down a street. So
What's your timestamp now?
6:30.
I'm at 6:22.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now, okay. I think mine might be a little bit behind, but it's okay. Because I think because I had main title. Did you have like main titles and stuff?
I'm not sure. I
Okay.
think.
I think I had like the logos and stuff at the beginning. That's probably why we're a little off, but it's all right. Um, oh, um, oh, I didn't know, like I might have to try that. Like the milk duds and melted butter. I've never heard of that, but that actually does not. Like you'll see like so many movie references in the show. It's unbelievable.
She put him to sleep.
I think you might be on the wrong on.
What?
Oh,
What'd you say?
I said we might be on two different episodes.
I'm on episode 1 as far as I know.
Okay. Have you reached what have you seen so far?
The three of them at a table with champagne or something. Now she's in a room with some weird guy, brown-headed guy with a goatee.
Okay, so yeah, we are definitely on. You may be on season 2
I'll check.
because we haven't met that character yet. So yeah, I think that's the thing. I think you might be on the first episode of season 2. I can always pause it. You need to try to find one. No big deal. Yeah. I'll just pause. No problem.
Yeah, it says season 2, episode 1. My bad.
Oh, no, you're good. No problem. Yeah. But yeah, like, I'm trying to think. On the box set and stuff, you kind of see. I think maybe you get to see stuff on like how just outtakes and stuff like that. But like the comment, like I mean, I don't know if you caught that part, but the commentary for this is probably a nice highlight as well because they have like Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino and the guys from South Park and everybody. They all come by and talk about the show on the commentaries.
What's your timestamp?
It is 7 minutes and 52. A giant rat on the screen, a rat spider. Yeah, and it's like up to this point, like all they're doing is like there really hasn't been anything like through like big pop culture references. Like is they're just getting to know one another because I think they found a place where it's couples only, so they're just know each other. Like they're just running down like who their best friends are and who they are. So do you like any of the other like have you watched any of like Edgar Wright's movies like besides Shaun of the Dead?
Uh, yeah, I've seen what the hell do they call them? Something like Coronado trilogy or something like that.
Yeah, the Three Flavors Coronado trilogy.
Which is what Sean. Uh,
Hot Fuzz and The World's End.
yeah. Of course, Sean is my favorite, and then the one I like next, I think, is World's End.
So yeah, I really agree with that. They really like you can't beat Sean. You can't beat a zombie movie as well, like a British zombie movie. You can't beat that, and as well as it was written. But like I like action movies, but I think they were at their peak when or like top form with at World's End or the World's End. So it's like, but like it's just hard to beat Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, Sean and Ed, I don't remember. I'm sure they did, but I don't remember if they smoked weed. But they remind me of like Jay and Silent Bob.
I think they make reference to that they do like because they like you sort of bit of weed in college or whatever. But I'm sure they're probably more like not as like heavy use as they are, but I'm sure they have their moment.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead also has all kinds of quotes in it. Mine and my wife's favorite quote is "You got red on you." My favorite part is when they come out of the house and they see the zombies and they go da 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 da.
I don't know if you remember, but that was like one of the big moments of the trailer. Was that scene and kind of what sold me as well. It was just like how funny that was. Like oh, that's great, and like I just I like how like Shaun of the Dead is a very gory movie. Like it gets really gory there towards the end of the movie, and like oh wow,
One
And
of our other favorite quotes is when they quote Night of the Living Dead, "They're coming to get you, Barbara," but he's like, "We're coming to get you, Barbara."
I forgot his mom's name's Barbara.
Yeah,
Oh man, I didn't pick up on that one. No, I, I think I think they said it like you said too. Just said it too fast. So
like aggressively, "We're coming to get you, Barbara." It's like, you'll get me so aggressive about it. It was funny.
and you like finding it,
Do what?
and you like finding the first episode.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. I don't really know what I'm watching, but I'm watching it with you.
Okay, no, you're good.
I don't know. I'm at 11:56.
Okay, I
Just carrying a box,
okay, you're good. Oh,
and he gave it to like a military guy.
yeah, that's it. Like he does like
Skateboard.
there we go. Got it.
That was the first thing I saw. I liked at the opening credits of the one that I accidentally started was he was skateboarding.
Yeah, like he is a bit of a because he's a comic book artist, so like he's just kind of like um he's just kind of just like I can't remember what year this was. So it's like probably like British movies. Oh, the British TV always looks older than they actually are.
How did you find out? How did you know about this show?
Oh, I think when Sean came out, I think they reference it in the commentary,
Oh,
and but I never really like that was like but that was during the time where I was just like I just like I was just listening to commentaries and stuff like that and like just to learn more about the movie and everything. And then when Hot Fuzz came out, that's when I kind of like, oh, like they actually have like the history is like deeper than I thought and like more than just so like I actually went out and like sought after looking for the show. And then it was kind of hard to find around here in the States. And so this I think this is like out of print, I do believe. Like I think like brand new sells for like 70-80 bucks.
that looks like a Star Wars cover.
Yeah. He does talk oh, this is around prequel time.
Echo Zero.
Oh, Echo. Feel free to come up, Echo. Like the link is in the thing if you want to. Um, right. That's why I mentioned at the top of the stream. There's a Resident Evil episode, which is like you can really tell like, oh, that's Shaun of the Dead. That's where they got all like the fast editing and like and stuff like that.
He's on live stream break.
Oh yeah,
He announced it on Instagram and on in my chat the other night.
forgot about that. I did see that. I'm sorry. Echo. I just spaced on that. No pun intended.
He's spaced.
Totally forgot about that. I did see that. Um,
This chick here in the red is in Shaun of the Dead too, right?
yes. She's only like it's a cameo. Um, so I was like, if you ever go back, like if you watch a show, then go back and watch Shaun of the Dead, you're gonna be like, oh, I see everything now. It's like it's really it's seeing this show and then going back and rewatching his movies. It's like it deepens it up a little bit more. It's pretty cool. Oh, see, you can see the Scooby Doo reference there. Um, I can't remember who did all the artwork for this, and can't remember. It's someone
These nuts.
that. Who did?
Yeah, if you've watched my streams, you know I got to squeeze in at least one these nuts.
No, you're good. But, I was like, did he get one in? That's what I'm like, wait, yeah. But yeah, like once you finish, like say if you continue on, like once you finish both seasons, there's 7 episodes per season. And they have been fans have really like hounded like Simon and Edgar and Nick and all of them to like make a season 3 so bad, but like I don't think it will ever happen. I wouldn't mind seeing a season 3, but I think they kind of end.
How old is this show?
How old is it?
Yeah, like what year did this? Did they do this?
I think because I think it happens after the prequel, The Phantom Menace, because there's a scene in one of the episodes where they just like totally rip on the Phantom Menace, and it's hilarious.
What the hell is Echo saying? I am team, but there is. I am. What's it?
It's the scene in Shaun of the Dead where he's at work. He's trying to like get his team to kind of like to work as one, and he's messing it up. Right before his stepdad shows up. It's like,
there's no I am meat pie.
Anagram of meat is team. Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
That was in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, it's just he's in charge of his little department, and he's just trying to get his team to like together and like be as one, and he's totally screwing it up. And it's funny. It's one of the first instances like you got red on you. I think that's.
Yeah. All I remember is he has some kind of little office job, and there's like some young prick working there.
I think where I'm trying. If you remember The World's End, he's one of the bartenders in one of the bars. So like all these people make cameos and reappearances. So it's like once, like I said, like once you see this show and then go back and watch the 3 Cornetto trilogy, you're gonna be like, oh, that's him and or that it's like that reference.
Have you seen that movie About Paige?
No.
Where what's his face plays her dad?
Fighting with My Family. That.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, there's a movie called the. Give me a minute. Yeah.
It's About Paige. I wasn't saying it's called About Paige.
Yeah. That was an okay movie. I want to see. There's an extended version of that movie. I kind of want to see it. I do like Florence Pugh. I think she did a pretty good job playing as Paige, or whatever her name is.
Soraya?
Yeah. Or Sarah Beavis. I think that's her actual name.
Shut up, Beavis.
Yeah, this show is a little bit not as like animated as the Clerks, but it's. I just like I like British TV shows a lot. and that's another reason.
Yeah, I never heard of it. I seen your thing that it said waiting for Max, and I seen the title. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Um, Once you get past this first episode, it's basically then it's like reference gore. I mean, they do make some references here in the first good ones in the first one, but
Have you
like,
seen Attack the Block?
yes, I have. Like,
Um,
I watched it. My mom even watched that with me, and she liked it. And I didn't know like what her name is like the guy who plays Finn in the new Star Wars movies. He was in that, and
yeah,
I'm like, oh, and like,
he was a
boy,
teenager.
his first name. Trying to think, I'm trying to think what movies I recently watched that is pretty good. I'm
John Boyega.
John. Yeah, I knew it was. I thought it was something kind of very like I hate to say it this way, kind of generic, but it was just kind of like, or not generic, like common. I meant, uh, but but yeah, I've been watching Shutter. Do you have Shutter?
No,
Um, they just added like a bunch of movies on there, this month, and I'm like, I am looking forward to watching that. But my friend, he told me, um, Under Parish or something like that shark movie that's on Netflix, I think.
I was using Casey's for a while, but until he let it go. Casey had Shutter and was letting me use it, but then he let Shutter go a
Oh,
while
that
back.
like Shutter's like one of my favorite ones. Like the Joe Bob stuff on there, but they've added a bunch of. They have this new movie on there called Stop Motion.
Oh yeah,
It looks so good.
I watched some of it. It's this girl that does stop motion puppets, and her weird little neighbor, this
Right.
little girl, suggested she use real meat, like you use to make yourself steaks and shit.
Oh yeah.
So they look like these fucking little withered dead people.
Oh, that's cool. I've only seen the trailer. Like it's on my to watch list. Hopefully to like after I do this, I'll like uh watch a movie or go back and watch Donnie Darko. That's what I've been watching today.
Why are you wearing that stupid bunny suit?
Yeah. Why are you wearing the stupid man suit?
Yeah, that's my favorite part, favorite scene.
Um, do have you seen the director's cut of Donnie Darko?
I'm not sure.
It's
I have it on DVD, but I don't know which version it is.
okay. Well, like there's two groups of those people. There's people who like do not ever watch the director's cut, and then there's people who like swear by it. And but like I'm I haven't quite figured out which camp I'm in.
I think this episode went off, and I don't really know what happened. I'm just up here to kick it with you.
No, you're good.
And did all I know is the actors were hanging out. I don't really know what happened.
No, you're good. Basically, what's going on? I can always. It's all right. Are you on the next episode or?
No, did you already start it?
Yeah,
I can load it.
mine continuously plays. Sorry. So can't give you a timestamp because I'm not. I'm 25 minutes. But if you see her at a typewriter, that's fine. I'll just let me know when you get there when she's just at a typewriter. Yeah, I think at the end of the previous episode, her boyfriend calls her, and they're like the ruse is kind of like flipping a little bit, and that's going on. And that's basically it.
This episode opened with him waking up with a toy on his face,
That's it.
and he's got something on the wall that looks like a Beetlejuice sandworm.
Yeah. And he's currently at the table drawing while she's at her table, because they're both unemployed, so they're trying to like get jobs. I think that's what's also going on. So.
It was some kind of werewolf type thing, and it grabbed him.
Yeah. He has a very hyperactive imagination.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, and that's just how he is, because
so he's like a cartoonist, like Tom Green and Freddy Got Fingered.
Yes. So okay. Thank you for bringing that up, because I was watching Freddy Got Fingered yesterday.
Danny, would you like some sausage?
I was asking my wife if she's seen it, and she's like, "No, I've never seen it." I'm like, "Well, we're getting a divorce." It's like I can't believe you've never seen Freddy Got Fingered. And it's like one of the movies that you couldn't escape from, like when it came out.
My favorite scene is where he's got a damn moose body on him, and he gets hit by a Mack truck. He's like, I wasn't expecting that to happen.
I forgot Tom Green was actually a pretty decent skateboarder. You know, seeing him actually doing his own skateboard stunts.
I put that. I don't know if you know about my secondary channel, but I uploaded that scene because it's for like BMX and skateboard stuff, and I've been uploading scenes for movies that have like BMX and skateboards in it.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know about that. I will because I do like skateboard movies. Like Grind is like one of my favorites.
Yeah. And I'll have to add you on it. I put the opening scene to. Is it Police Academy 7? I think it has Dana Carvey skateboarding.
Oh.
I put the opening to Freddy Got Fingered. I think there's one more, and then I got videos of me building bikes. That's by Hobbs and Casey wanted me to make it because I'm into BMX and building bikes.
Oh, that's cool. Any particular is there like a style of BMX bike you like, or is it like all relatively the same?
I like freestyle flatland bikes, like you do tricks on, like performers and dynos, and I'm working on a Haro. But I also have a racing bike. It's a 1983 Schwinn Predator. I had it since I was a teenager.
Oh. I'm trying to think. I've always had mountain bikes, you know, because I'm a little bit of a bigger guy, so like I like the bigger bikes. And
I am too, but I still rode them. I'm 6'2", and I used to be like 300 pounds, but I still rode them all over town.
Well, that's how I got around town, is bikes, and it's like, so like, and the thing is, like, that's what bikes I only had one BMX bike, and I traded something for it, and apparently it was not quite as a trade that should have happened, I should say, because the person I traded whatever for it, I can't remember what I did for it. It's like, hey, that's my bike, and I'm like, well, it's my bike now. I traded for it. And I guess they tried, but I never gave it up. So it's like it ended up being my bike, but it's like, but I don't know what happened to it.
Any idea what kind it was?
It was blue. It was definitely a BMX bike because it was small.
20-inch is what BMX are.
Okay. And I can't remember what it was. I knew it had some kind of like weird, not really weird, but it just had like some animal design on the sticker on it. So that's all I can really remember.
Any chance the animal was a mongoose?
No, probably, honestly.
Might have been a mongoose.
when I'll try to find a picture. So like, if I hop in a stream one day, you'll know what I'm like. Yes, it's a mongoose.
Yeah. At first, when you said an animal, the first thing I thought of was a mongoose because it has like a little mongoose sticking its claws out.
Okay, then I guess it is then, because
But then,
it feels like it looks like it's kind of tearing at it or whatever.
yeah,
Okay, then that's what it was then.
nice. I've got a mongoose. It's a newer model though. It's a 2002 called a Mongoose Outer Limits.
I'm trying to think. It was definitely. When did I have that? Because I moved back home. Um, but it was 19. It was after the first Phantom Menace, so it's at least 2001, 2002. So yeah, that's when I guess that's when I had mine. Because when I moved back, it was so that's 2000. Yep, I'm going to say that because I had to do some reverse timeline there.
Yeah, my three favorite bikes are sitting behind me in my computer room. The 1983 Schwinn Predator, and then my Purple Rain Dyno, and my uh, red GT Performer.
um, what trying? I just the bike that I have. It's in my little yard barn. Is the bike that I lost a lot of weight on, and I was training, not really training. It was kind of just like loosely an idea where I wanted to like you know like the bike trails of of America.
I think.
Like there's this really cool thing where there's a bike trail that you can ride on, and it connects you can go from one side of the United States to the other, just riding it.
Huh.
And that's what I wanted to do. And I had one, and I think there's one relatively close to where I live at that time. And that's what I was doing. I got up to like I got up to like 16 miles a day. That's what I was at. And so, and I was pushing myself each day, trying to get at least another mile, because I would have at least needed to at least do the way I kind of figured it out. Like I need at least do at least 25 miles a day on a bike. And so I was more than halfway there, and then I moved to out of state for the first time, and when I moved back, I met my wife, and everything. So I just never went back to riding my bike. But I do live next to a bike trail, so it would be easy to kind of go back to getting back on that kind of routine.
I went to add you on my other channel and it says I'm already subscribed.
Oh, if you send me a link, I can subscribe to it. So these are 20-minute episodes. No
I
wonder.
commented in your chat.
Oh, is that your other channel?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will subscribe to that for sure. Because I was what was it? Like I was big in what were they? What's it? Bam and all of them. Not necessarily Jackass, but I really like CKY crew and stuff like that. I really enjoyed what their stuff, and of course, the Tony Hawk games and skateboarding and BMX and stuff like that. It was just like I just liked all that stuff. Like even though I wasn't good at it, but I fully enjoyed it.
Yeah, they say CKY was Jackass before Jackass.
Right. Yeah. Um, which I real because they were I can't remember the name of the magazine that they started on. Um, that Jeff Tremaine started. I can't think of what that was. Um, I'm trying to think of another. I I I almost bought Rad on in Steelbook the other day.
Yeah,
I I
I yeah.
I
So that came out on Vinegar Syndrome. I waited for years for it to come from VHS to at least DVD or something,
yeah.
and it skipped DVD and Blu-ray and went straight to 4K. And it came out on Vinegar Syndrome and went out of print just like that. I
Oh
was like, well,
really?
fuck. So luckily, a little after that, uh, Mill Creek, I think it is, released that Steelbook, and I got it. I got that.
That's cool. My Walmart is holding on to those Steelbooks like like a death crutch, a death, whatever.
Yeah, you're lucky. People keep talking about all this different stuff that's popping up there, and my Walmart sucks. It
Oh,
has like two little walls, and I looked in my bin the other day for those $5 Steelbooks. Nothing.
so that's where mine sucks. I cannot find the $5 Steelbooks, but I do have. I almost bought mine. Has the Attack of the Killer Clowns Steelbook that came out.
Yeah,
Almost, I almost picked that one up just because I like the artwork on it. But yeah, I almost picked up Rad and some like the other ones that I really like. I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty cool to own. Because I owned most of them. But I'm like, do I need the steelbook for it? um, but I heard that. But I'm like, there is a steelbook that I'm probably going to like purchase regardless. It's have you seen that the Hatchet trilogy is getting a steelbook
yeah, I seen that.
with a bonus disc, and that's the only reason why I want to buy it is for that extra bonus disc.
Yeah, it's like I own all four of them on Blu-ray. Do I need that Steelbook? But it looks awful cool.
Right, exactly.
And yeah, I love Rad, and everybody else does. It's like their first thing they think of when they're a fan of BMX and movies. But there's another one you probably never heard of. It's an Australian movie called BMX Bandits, and it has a teenage Nicole Kidman in it, and I like it slightly more.
So okay, I actually have, and it's because of my dad. Because my dad, because there's another one called like Silver Streak.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he was telling me about that one, and he was like, oh, you need to check this one out too, and stuff like that. So like like that's where I get my like love for movies is from my dad. Like um and obviously my mom as well because it was just really like my parents are divorced, and so I had like two separate kind of households when it comes to movies. My dad wasn't big in horror, so I watched the action, the sci-fi, all that kind of stuff at his house. And then my mom was like, "Hey, you can watch whatever you want, just as long as you don't do or say what you see on screen." So that's when I'm like, "Oh, I'll start renting Friday the 13th, um, Nightmare on Elm Street, Sleepaway Camp." Like that's when I started getting into horror. Was when I was probably shouldn't have gotten into horror. Like and so and um, yeah, like I think the only real close to horror thing that my dad liked is probably Predator, and that was like my first rated R movie ever. And so like Predator, that's why like Predator always holds like a special place in my heart. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Um, oh, have you? I've yet. Sorry, I haven't yet to watch it. But have you watched uh that Kevin Smith movie yet?
Uh-uh.
Me neither. Like the Kilroy was here or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's like a horror anthology, I guess.
Yeah, like I didn't realize it's like only an hour long. And some change. I'm like, that's kind of disappointing a little bit.
I never heard of it until Casey kept talking about it.
Yeah, like I kind of like clocked out of it like once he said it was an NFT movie. I'm like, yeah, pass. I'm like only a certain amount of people were going to be able to have it and like film. Like it's really nice to like have that link now.
Yeah, Casey told me he found it somewhere, so I asked him for the link for you.
Oh, tell him thank you. Oh, the music. I think that's another reason why this is out of print because some of the licensing of the music is they did have like um what's it called, Huey Lewis a little bit ago.
Yeah, the music just before that sounded like something out of a John Wayne movie.
Yeah, I think it was from I think it was. I can't remember which one it was.
I don't know if it's from that, but my favorite John Wayne is The Sons of Katie Elder.
I have not seen that one. And
Any chance you've seen the Mark Wahlberg movie Four Brothers?
yes, I have.
It's said that that's like an urban remake of that western,
Okay, I did
so
not.
that gives you an idea.
Okay,
It's like yeah, four brothers. Their mom dies or something. In the Four Brothers, she gets murdered.
okay,
I can't remember the exact storyline of the John Wayne, but yeah, they're similar, but it's a western.
okay, cool. I'm trying to think. I think True Grit has always been a personal favorite. Um, I think um, I do kind of like older John Wayne, like when he was, but I do like what was it? My dad likes.
I like Sons of Katie Elder and Rio Bravo.
Oh yes, Rio Bravo. That was a really good one. I like that one a lot too.
There's two that have similar names, Rio Bravo, and the other one's Rio something, I think. And one of them's got this. One of them has a old man that sings, and then one of them has a sheriff that's always drunk.
Yeah. Um, because uh, those were always on. It like never really failed. When I would go over to my grandpa's house, it was always a John Wayne movie on. So like I,
Oh yeah, I only know about these John Wayne movies because of my dad. He was always watching them, and he liked John Wayne.
that's
So I would watch them with him, and like I don't like them like he did, but I have those couple favorites out
yeah.
of all the ones I've seen with him.
Oh, I totally understand that. Because that's how it kind of was with some of those just black and white movies. Those like black and white detective movies and stuff. I love those a lot as well
Yeah,
because of my dad.
and like these three I mentioned, they have standout characters and stuff. And the one with the old guy, my dad would always bring up his character's name, Stumpy. His name was Stumpy.
So yeah, which one is the one where he comes out of the I can't and I can't think of the scene now. He just kind of comes out of no like John Wayne comes out and starts talking to one of the bad guys. I can't think of it. It has to be Rio Bravo. I'm totally explaining this terribly, but um, man, I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
It's been years since I've watched him. Another John Wayne I like is Cowboys. Have you seen that? Where he trained all those kids.
Which one was it?
The Cowboys.
No.
Like for some reason, all the men there's a shortage of men. They're all like off to the war army or something.
Oh,
So
okay.
John Wayne has to hire all these kids and teach them how to do cowboy stuff.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty good.
I do like. I can't pronounce the title of the movie. Saving My Life, but McClintock, whatever. You know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, the big mud fight and everything, and that's basically. I don't
So
know
I
if
don't
you.
know if I'm anywhere where you're at, but I'm at a scene where they're slapping each other in the face.
Yep, that's where I'm exactly where I'm at.
Ugh.
So, um, basically, that's kind of how I was. I don't know if you saw that kid with the mustache.
Yeah.
Um, that's how I was in high school. Is before I was able to grow this nice luscious beard, I had a thick mustache. That's all I could grow was my mustache, and I was like, I'm going to wear it with pride. And then when I look back at my old photos, I'm like, you should have shaved that off.
Yeah, wear it with pride, man. You ever seen Lords of Dogtown?
Yes.
Where Skip gives them all these shirts and says, wear it with pride, man. And then J Boy copies him, yeah, wear it with pride, man.
I bought that. My dad bought that soundtrack because he really liked that movie too.
There was a Walmart exclusive steelbook of that, and I got it. I love that movie. My
I've
favorite character is J Boy.
I've missed out on a few steelbooks, exclusive ones. I kind of regret. I totally regret not picking up all the Sharknado steelbook, and now it's like that's expensive.
Yeah, I don't catch them all, but I got the Walmart exclusive Winnie the Pooh steelbook.
Like the newer one, like the Blood and Honey, or
The first one, yeah.
okay,
The
I didn't.
second one ain't out yet.
Okay, I didn't even know they had a steelbook for that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Some people are like, I'm not even going to watch it. It sounds stupid, but some people like it. And I find it fun. And the second one is said to be even better.
So I have not sat down and watched it yet, but I have watched the Dead Meat episode on it, and I'm like, I can totally get into this. Like,
It reminds me of the Friday the 13th remake.
okay,
The Winnie, he's like brutal and a stalking slasher, just like the Jason in the remake.
okay, I'm like really like, but I did see the trailer for the new one, and I'm like, oh man, that actually looks really good.
Yeah, they made money from the first one, was able to put more money in the new one, and it looks better.
Cool. That's I like that, and then they announced the whole universe stuff. I'm like,
The Pooniverse, I love that title.
so
As you know, on the midnight hour, I'm always yelling Poon. But yeah, they're doing like little homages to big horror movies. They got Tigger in this one, and if you watch that exclusive clip, he sounds and acts just like Freddy Krueger.
oh, okay,
He says he's moving his fingers like Freddy would and says, "Watch where you're going, bitch."
I'm sold. I'm sold now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm I'll have to try and find me.
Oh, and he said that because he had pulled her eye out. So he says, "Watch where you're going, bitch."
Okay.
And then they're having Al in this one, and he looks all crazy and weird, and people say he acts like Pinhead.
Al. Oh, the Owl, Mr. Owl.
Yeah. He looks like a fucking vulture in the movie.
That makes me. Whenever you're ready, then I'm just gonna keep going. I'm enjoying this. Uh, yeah, just whenever you're ready for episode 3, just let me know. That's pretty good. Okay. You've actually like got me really excited for the second one. So I'm definitely have to kind of try and find me a copy of the first one, or wherever it's streaming.
I think it's on Tubi.
Okay, cool. I will.
And
You think?
yeah, I think Echo ordered the steelbook through Walmart.com.
Okay.
I'm on. It just started auto playing 18 seconds. Episode 3. He's swinging a shotgun around.
Yep. This is the Resident Evil episode. Oh, like that Evil Dead poster is the for my DVD copy of Evil Dead 2.
Come get some.
I think Professor Macabro showcase that DVD as well.
Professor Macabre.
Have you? Oh, here we go. Have you
He's got
watched?
blood on him.
Yeah.
Have I watched what?
Have you watched Mindhunters?
Uh-uh.
The one I think he just did a review on. It's pretty good. I like. Oh, um, it's. I really enjoyed that movie. I know a lot. I think he said that when he was on In the House with Dawn and everybody, like they were talking about how it was on one of the worst lists. I'm like, it's actually really good. I had fun. It's
Does
not
it have a rapper in it?
what.
Does it have a rapper in it?
Yeah. Oh, Cool J's in it.
Yeah, I thought I remembered a rapper on the cover.
Yeah,
I
and
haven't seen it though.
has like Christian Slater in it. Like you like I can't believe like how many like people who are actually big names in it that go on to be like big TV stars, like or have.
Speaking of that, have you ever watched the show Freaks and Geeks?
Yes,
Everyone in that became big stars.
so I almost chose that instead of this
That's
because I
one of my all-time favorite shows, and it pisses me off it never got past one season.
same same I love that show, and especially there are some episodes that are very underrated that don't get mentioned at all, especially this what's his name, the guy I can't think of his name, who has the peanut allergy. And
Bill,
Bill, yeah, and like the episode
that
where
fucking jackass. What's
yeah,
going to happen? Are you going to die? And he was like, yeah. And then
yeah,
he walks away, and they put it in his sandwich.
and then he's like, I didn't know that. I thought he was lying and whatever.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that kid. Alan, I think his name was.
Yeah, the kid from Sandlot. Um,
Shit, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was him. The one that tricks the lifeguard into kissing him.
yeah, that's him.
I did not know that was him. I
Yeah,
couldn't stand him in that show.
you just can't imagine him with dark rimmed glasses on.
Yeah, no glasses, and he's stalkier and bald. I didn't know that was him. He was a little scrawny guy in Sandlot.
Right? Like he looks he's a little bit buffer in this one, or
Yeah.
he yeah like trying to.
I can't stand bullies in TV shows or movies. Like I couldn't stand that bully in the Halloween remake. And then Dom brought it to my attention the other day that was the kid from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I was like, I had no idea.
Oh yeah, like the guy who's married to Megan Trainor, that singer, the one who's on Spy Kids. Yeah, I like man,
I loved when Mikey beat the shit out of him with a tree branch.
right?
And he's crying. I'm like, shit, you deserve it, bitch.
Right? Like he's like the lead up to that where he grabs that kid's hat, and spits in it. And
Yeah.
do something. I'm like, you're about to get it, dude. Man, yeah, like same. I don't. Speaking of that, like this might be a little controversial subject, but have you seen the movie Elephant?
No.
Okay. It's like speaking of bullies and stuff like this. I don't know why it popped up in my head, but it's basically kind of like It's kind of like a retelling of Columbine. Um, the guy who did it did like what's it called? What's the movie with Matt Damon where he is the janitor?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Yeah. What's it? Oh, the movie where he's a janitor and he's really smart and has Ben Affleck in it too, and Robin Williams. I'm trying to think of the scene from Jane Silent Bob. It's like, it's that movie. Crap, I can't think of the movie. But anyways, the director of that, so he's an Academy Award winning director, and he did this movie about Colin. It's not really like it's not a direct retelling of it, but it's like basically like it's just kind of like showing you what went down in like fictional form, and it's pretty rough. Like if you like say if you don't like bullies, and that's um like that's kind of a rough movie to watch, but I think it's kind of necessary to watch in some ways. It
I
just
never heard of it.
shows you how easy it was back then to kind of do what they did. But yeah, I don't know why I brought that up. It just that's just like the ultimate form of like bullying, in my opinion.
I mean, thanks for bringing it up. Now I know never to watch it because I
Yeah,
don't like shit like that.
I've only watched it once, so it just tells you that it's one of those movies where it's only good for like one viewing. Um, but after that, like it's like I never want to feel this way again. And it's kind of like after I watched a Serbian film with Wes.
Oh yeah, I'll never watch that.
Yeah, I'm like, no, good. I still have
Certain movies, you just hear people talk about them for years. You know, you have no interest in.
right.
That one and everybody in the Midnight Hour crew love to talk about Human Centipede. I'm like, nope.
So I have a great human centipede story. So where I used to live, I had this wraparound porch outside. It was screened in and everything. So I had an outdoor viewing of the human centipede when it first came out. I was the first one to have it. So everyone came over to my house and we sat outside and we watched it, and it was just like it was the funnest thing ever. We were all just ripping this movie apart.
What'd you do? Play it on a projector or something
I just had a big TV, and I
on the
just
porch?
downstairs. It was one of those like tube TVs, so it was just huge. So he carried it onto the porch, and we just hooked up the TV, a DVD player to it, and we just there was like probably like 10 of us out there watching it, and it was so fun.
Nice.
But yeah, I I've only watched it maybe one other time after that, but the Human Centipede 2 has the distinct honor of the like one of the only movies I have turned it off. Like I like nope, good. I'm done. I don't need to watch this.
Yeah, all I know about that is Casey told me there's a scene where someone has a baby in a floorboard and stomps it.
I don't see. I didn't even get that far. Hey Cam, how you doing? He's Cam is who I watch wrestling with.
Is
So
that a pibble in his picture?
yes, I think that's his. That's his new. But yeah, I don't know if that's Kane.
I love pibbles. I have one.
I think he just got a new one. His name I can't. I think it's Kylie or Kyra. It's like I can't think of it.
You watch wrestling with him like on streams, or does he live in your town?
Oh, he lives in my town.
He's your real life friend.
That's Kane. Yeah, it's Kane.
Cool.
So, yeah. Yeah. So we go over and watch AEW every 3 months, like the big AEW pay per views.
Yeah.
And then we just send wrestling memes to each other. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what else.
If you got videos of your dog, I'll have to come over and check out your channel.
Oh, thanks, game. We are. We're just watching some British television and talking about BMX. Cam's from my neck of the woods as well. We moved to a bigger city and we happened to live close to each other, but we also grew up in a smaller town together. So it was kind of like, so
That's cool.
yeah. So and then we like just happened to like, hey, we live close to each other, and we're still into wrestling.
Nice.
Speaking of small towns, like, do you live in a small town? I don't mean.
Yeah.
Do you know what Corning is?
No.
Okay, so yeah, the other day at work, buddy, we're talking, and then I'm gonna be 35 here in a couple months, and I'm like me and this other guy, we're like relative, like we're like one of the oldest of the bunch, like corny. Yeah, Cam already knows where I'm going with this. Uh, so we were explaining to the younger generation. Oh, I hate to use that term, but like what corny means. It's like what you do. Like me and Cam are from like a farming county, and so what you do is you go hide in a cornfield and you throw corn at cars. That's all you do.
The first thing thought of, I thought you was going to start talking about that game cornhole where you throw the bags at the
Oh
board with a hole in it.
yeah, no, like we didn't even have that game. Well, we probably would have wished we had that game, but like yeah, that's what we did. Like when corn season came around, like you don't dare drive after a certain point at night. Like it, like especially when there was like internet was in its infancy and stuff. Like don't even try. Like it's just what corning was, and like we were that like yeah, we just hid in cornfields and threw corn at cars. I've only gone once, and that was just because I was at a school dance, and then I left and with a bunch of people, and then like let's go corning, and I'm like I was kind of like I kind of got dragged into it.
Sounds like that shit in the like '70s movies where kids like to ride down the road and knock people's mailboxes over with ball bats.
That's exactly what it is. That's like that's exactly what it is. Um, or like I don't know. Yeah, like yeah, don't drive a Jeep because like if you have your top down, um, um, and I'm trying to think what else. Like we also had people drive around in pickup trucks with paintball guns, and so like on Halloween night and stuff, they would just go out and pick people off. It's like we were bored. We didn't have like um I was never into paintballing, but like it was like people, yeah. Or did you get like when you were in high school? Did you ever have like a central meetup place, like where like everyone met up at?
No, I didn't, but like my sister's people before my time,
Mm-hmm.
there was a place downtown I think they called it the Strip, and they would all go down there and all drive in like a circle down around where the stores were downtown and
That's
just drive round and round blasting music.
that's basically what we did too. Um, so where we all went to high school at, like basically the center of town is the courthouse, and
Yeah,
it's called the square. So it's like everyone just circles the square. It's like good.
yeah.
And like yeah, it's like just blast loud music, peel out tires, all that good stuff. Like just causing havoc.
Yeah, I remember like the older people before my time, my sisters and people from their time, their age, did that. I never did it. I don't know if people still do it these days.
I don't think they do it either. Like I was passing through town on a weekend, going home, and I just happened to be at the square, and it was completely dead. It was like it lost all like uh,
Yeah,
like after art, like I think after like the class after me, maybe one other, maybe that's about it. But I'm just updating on that. But
I mean, they always say like from older generations, kids these days don't know how to have fun, so everybody's probably sitting around at home looking at their phones and shit.
I didn't have a phone until high school, and I had one of those Juke phones. I don't know if you saw those. It's like where you had an MP3 player built into it and everything, and so I could like put whatever music I wanted on my phone. But it was also, but it was like the smallest phone in the world. Um,
Why did he paint his arse blue last week?
What'd you say?
Why did he paint his arse blue last week? Simon just said that.
Because I think Brian, he's a painter, and so he's like an like experimental painter, so he's constantly like doing weird stuff. um, I think that. Trying to think. I never like yes, like where I went to high school and where I lived was like two town was like a town away. So I had to like for my first year of high school, I actually had to be like bused to high school because that's how far I lived away from it. Um, I think what else? I'm trying. Um, yeah, I had fun time just sitting around the square, just hanging out with
This
friends.
show needs more scenes with Simon and Nick together.
Oh, so yeah, I think I think they realize that in the next season because Nick is really heavily in the next season uh, because I really like Mike and his like paranoid um, military paranoia and everything. Oh, I've been there. As soon as the lights go out, I'm out.
Be right back.
Okay. Yeah.
Baldwin.
Have you? I was going to. I might go see in a violent nature tomorrow.
I want to see that, but I don't go to theaters, so I'm patiently waiting for it to come online.
So like I heard it's really good depending on who you are. You know, like
Right.
if you're into horror, you're going to love it. But if you're not, it's going to be a bit of a slog to get through. But I heard it.
Also, if you're like impatient and very judgmental, because people don't have the patience. I hear people saying there's lots of walking and walking, because you're watching, like in Halloween and like Friday the 13th, the killer just shows up where the victims are. And
Uh,
this, you watch behind his back and watch him patiently walking through the woods to the victims.
and that's what to me that's like a an awesome appeal to that. Like I'm like that's a unique way to do a slasher movie.
Yeah,
Um,
some people say they remind him of the Friday the 13th video game because you see from the back of Jason.
oh, that's cool. Um, I from the trailer alone, I was like, "This looks awesome," and I heard there's like a really like fantastic kill in that movie.
Yeah.
And
So I guess there's two. There's one I really want to see people keep talking about, the yoga kill, where he walks up on this lady doing yoga in the woods and I guess bends her every which way.
Oh man.
The other one I don't know what it is, but I hear there's two real good kills.
And it's only an hour and a half, so it's like it's a nice to me, like that's perfect. That's like it's a great length for a movie like that. And
Well, I think the other kill involves a wood chipper. I think I heard something about that.
I had a feeling it was going to be something like Wizzy related.
Yeah. It looks and sounds really good. It's got Shudder's name on it, so I'm assuming after it's out of the theater, it'll go to Shudder.
Ooh, okay, awesome.
It's Shudder and IFC.
Okay. Because that's I had to wait for. That's how I watched Late Night with the Devil. I had to wait to get added to Shudder.
Late Night with the Devil I liked, but I felt like it should have ended like 3 minutes earlier, if you know what I mean. Like right after she kills that guy that didn't believe anything was real, and then it kept going and turned out to be something different. I thought it should have ended right after that part.
Right, like it didn't need that, like that. Right, like once the skeptic was or the debunker or whatever, he after his demise, like and he just kept going, like seeing like visions and stuff like that. Like I totally agree with you. It was it. I think it would have been great if it would have been like that's the best way to say it. Like it should have just ended just like 3 minutes a little bit sooner.
Right.
Oh man, I really liked the whole concept of that movie. Like just it's a late night TV show, and on Halloween night, and weird things happen. I'm like, I really like that actor as well.
The TV show on that is the same name as Don's channel, Night Owl Movie Talk.
Oh, is it really?
He said when that movie came out, everybody started messaging him saying, "Have you seen this movie? It's got your channel name in it."
That's funny. I didn't pick up on that. He's been that main actor's been. Have you watched the Last Voyage of the Demeter?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's a really good vampire.
But I hear he plays a lot of side characters and a lot of stuff, and this is his first starring role.
Yeah, like he played the Polka Dot Man in the new Suicide Squad, and he was in Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Yeah, like he's like
Polka Dot Man was a weird character.
Right.
The Suicide Squads kind of remind me of Mystery Men.
I love
with the weird characters. Was it one Pee Wee or one of them is Fork Man?
Pee Wee was the spleen because he could fart. Who's the fork? Or who? This what? I think that was Hank Azaria because he was. I can't think of his actual. The Mahaja, whatever. But I remember when that movie came out. I enjoyed that. A lot of people didn't like that, but I liked it a lot.
I think Ben Stiller's character was supposed to be like Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was out of the two, but one of the Suicide Squads reminded me of Mystery Man.
I would definitely say the second one for sure.
Yeah, with the polka dot character.
Yeah.
He seemed like he should have been in Mystery Man.
Right. Oh, another episode down. I forgot.
Was it the second one that had Starro, the giant star monster?
Yeah.
Kaiju. Kaiju Star.
Oh man. I liked. I'm kind of. I like. I got to see. I got to see that at a Alamo Draft House theater, where they bring you food during the movie and stuff. It was pretty cool.
How many of these were you watching tonight?
Oh, actually, I'm just enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, I
like
think this is the third one that just went off.
yeah, I think we're on episode 4 now, so no big deal. We'll just keep going. I don't even know what time. We'll just keep going until we're tired, or until we're running the first season, one of the two. No big deal. I just put 1 and 2 because I thought they were 40-minute episodes. I'm like, oh, and then like, oh, it's only 22 something. So no big deal.
We're on episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running in there, but I don't really know what's going on. I'm just sitting here letting it run and talking to you.
No, same. I think it's just good for noise in the background. Like if you need it, and since I've seen it before, I kind of like have a gist of what's going on. It's
This
just
one's
this.
opening with a lady that looks like the lady from Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, that's my map. Angela Lansbury. Other new movies I've seen. Wait. So I heard. I don't know if you're big into Star Wars, but I heard the new Star Wars show is like being review bombed lately.
I like the first 6, but if it feels like they're running it in the ground, and
So,
I'm not really keeping up with the new shows. I only watched the first season of Mandalorian.
I'm right there with you. I think it is just too much. It really is.
I mean, I don't know who's writing the shit. The new ones when they start killing off the original characters is like, what the fuck?
Like with Force Awakens, the first of the new
I
sequel,
was not a fan of when they had Kylo kill Han Solo.
right? I was okay with Han dying, but he should have like taken the Millennium Falcon out with him, you know. And now it's like or something
Well,
or
I thought it was pretty lame having his son kill him. They could have killed him any other way.
right. Like I think to me he seems more of a I definitely not that.
And I'm pretty sure they killed Luke off in one of them.
Yep.
And I think it's lame killing all the original characters.
So Han dies in the first one, Luke dies in the second one, and then Leia, Carrie Fisher passed away, but
Yeah,
it passes away in the third one. So like each of the main characters die in each of the prequel.
they may have been planning on doing it anyway, but I can understand writing her character off because she actually died.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think she meant to die. I think her character was supposed to be like very prominent in that last movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stopped after on Mandalorian season 3. That's where I stopped. I did watch Book of Boba Fett, but I'm just behind. And just too much going on. Like even with the Marvel stuff, I'm like behind on that stuff too.
Well, they're running the superhero movies in the ground too. They're like, oh, another one.
Like the Deadpool and Wolverine, good breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that one I want to see because I love the first 2 Deadpools, and I'm a fan of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
Oh, same. Like so we had.
And it's cool they have him in his actual original outfit.
I know.
I never knew why they didn't have him in their outfits in the movies, like in the first 3 X-Men. Why they didn't have their like original outfits from the cartoon?
Right, like
they were just in like those black outfits or something.
Right, I think it's because the Matrix was out at the time, and they thought, "Ooh, black leather." I think that's what was the reason for it. So blame the Matrix.
Well, Sean's playing a video game and
Yep.
imagining some kind of creature behind him.
Oh, that's his name. Oh, Tomb Raider. Did you like the new Tomb Raider movie? Speaking of that,
I didn't watch it.
oh, you know what?
I like the ones with Angelina
I got a good story about that one. So
because I like Angelina.
same. I can't remember which one it was, but well, it's probably I think either one of them. But basically, she basically shows like full side boob. I can't remember which one it was. So I went to the theaters and seen it with a buddy and his parents. Okay, and his sister and her friend. So we were all in the theater together seeing this movie. And let's just say that his parents were a little bit like conservative. Not really. They're like they didn't really like allow that kind of stuff. But so when that like side boob showed up on screen, it was just like they all like looked down at me and him at us, and we're like, "What?"
We didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know. It's like, yeah, like yeah. Um, Speaking of like people who are big in movies, I think Gerard Butler's in one of those, right?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched them.
Same, but I think Gerard Butler's is one of them. Like or I think whatever his name is, the guy who
Have
always
you seen that Uncharted movie? It looks like similar to Tomb Raider, but I never bothered watching it.
yeah, I've seen the new Uncharted because I'm a big fan of Uncharted the video games.
Uh,
Those are some of my all-time favorite games, and I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to this, and it really did. That one really did feel like a Tomb Raider movie. You could have easily swapped out Lara Croft in there. It was kind of
yeah.
just like uh, it, um, aside from some of the major pieces that came from the game, um, it was like you could have easily put like Lara Croft in it. Um, so, but the new Tomb Raider movie with the girl from Ex Machina, she was really I liked her as a younger Lara Croft. And speaking of BMXing, the opening sequence to that movie has her not really BMX riding, but there's a sequence on bikes and stuff. Like she's a messenger in New York City and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a scene, that's a one you could probably pick
Is
from.
she on a BMX or like a big bike?
I think she's it may I don't think it's a bigger bike because she's like zooming through. I think it's more of a I think she uses a she's trying to prove a point. I think she uses a smaller bike.
There's a lot of movies like that where it's like you'll see a scene with a bike, but not see it like after that. The movie Stick It, the girl's on a BMX bike, but then she gets sent to like some kind of gymnastics school, and then you don't see anything that involves bikes anymore.
Well, it's yeah, it's
Well,
basically
actually, her and her friends are into extreme stuff, and they do all these flips and tricks and stuff and land through a person's window, and she gets in trouble and gets sent to gymnastics school.
I know of Stick It, but I've never seen it. But that's fun. I think who's in that?
Some girl, I don't know her name.
Yeah, I can picture her face. I just can't think of her. I think it's the girl. I think it's the hostess from Waiting. I, I think I could be wrong. Um, I don't think if any other movie news I've read about lately. Um, where
Um, um,
I'm trying to think what movie. I'm trying to think if there's. I've been watching mainly TV shows of lately. I haven't really sat down and watched a movie. I've been rewatching Sopranos, or not. I've been watching Sopranos for the first time. Um, X-Files. I'm on the seasons where I have never seen before.
I wanna watch Sopranos, but it's hard because it's not on any apps that I have. So
Oh,
I'd have to watch it on a website where I had to go through and manually click every episode, and it's
uh,
annoying.
I'm watching it on Hulu.
But see, we have Hulu, but there's this weird thing where every time you look up a show, most of the time it'll say "watch with" because it's a damn app that's associated with Hulu. I
Uh,
hate that shit. Where they always want you to pay more money when you're already paying for Hulu.
right.
And a lot of apps are like that. You'll search, like on my Roku on the left, you can search a title, and it'll say it's on this app, and then you click that app, and it'll say "watch with"
Yeah.
because they want you to add on something with the app you already have. I hate that shit.
What was it? Right. What movie was I trying to watch the other day? And then it it was kind of annoying because it was like it showed up like, oh, you can watch it on this channel, but then when I went to it, it must have been just taken off, or like you said, like, oh, you have to have an additional add-on.
Yeah, it'll say "watch with" or "watch for $1.99." I'm like, why? When I'm already paying for this app, why do I gotta pay you some more money to watch something?
Oh,
App Master.
oh, hey,
I pay for apps I don't use, probably free. If
yeah.
you probably paid for an app because it had one show you liked and then you're just stuck with it. That's how they get you.
I think to me, like Disney Plus is is a really good one to have because I like the old Disney movies, and they have Marvel and everything on there, and plus
That's
the
that's
new.
one thing that sucks is Disney original movies. They won't put them on physical media. There's one of my favorites, mine and Casey's favorites. It's called Brink. I love that movie, and they won't put their Disney originals on physical.
Oh, I think I've heard of Brink.
Yeah, it's a roller skating movie.
Oh, okay,
It's cool as hell.
okay. I think I know it now. Because you said roller skating, I got it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
um, um, I know because there are some. I would love to have like some of the. Like, I don't know if it's on if there ever was on physical media, but I would love to have Under Wraps, that Mummy movie.
Yeah,
Uh, I would love to have that one. There's a few others that it was like nostalgia to a T on there. I was like, oh man. Comic toys. So, how do you feel about Twister getting a sequel? I think that's one I saw a trailer for that recently.
uh, Under Wraps is on eBay, and I guess it's out of print. They want $64.99.
Oh, okay. A little above my price range right now.
And there's one for 64 and one for 40, 43, 45. So I guess it's out of print.
I wish
But
one
to
of
your
my
question, I'm not sure if I've ever watched all of Twister, so
oh really?
it's like not really crossed my mind that they're making a sequel. I may have seen it, but don't really remember.
I'm going to have to
I
agree.
think it had Bill Paxton, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Pap on this one.
No Bill Paxton, no Twister. Well, they
Yeah,
couldn't have him because he's not here anymore.
right. I mean, just Bill Paxton made Twister. Like as illogical as that movie is, you believe Bill Paxton in that movie. Like you believe. I don't know if you. I'm sure you know the ending of it, but it's like you believe that this man could be saved by a Kmart belt with a pipe in a pipe. I mean, and yeah, Twister. I got to see Twister in theaters. And like so, it was pretty cool. I'm kind of like Twister. I'm kind of glad that I had a family that liked going to the movies. Just because I got to see so many like movies that everyone loves still to this day in theaters, and like everyone's
I saw some guy talking about the trailer to the new one. Said it looked stupid, like trucks and stuff getting sucked up by the Twister, but then it shows a bunch of people running. He says, "I'm pretty sure people weigh less than trucks wouldn't they get sucked up too?"
yeah. I'm curious as to how it's going to do, but I do want to see Maxine so bad.
Oh yeah, that and Terrifier 3 are probably my top two. I'm waiting for it to come out.
Oh really? So I got did um did you see Terrifier 2 when it came out on physical media, or did you get it? I know you said you don't go to the theaters, but did you see it in theaters or
I watched it online through
online?
a website, and then I got the physical when it came out.
Um, Me and my buddy, not, but I have another one.
I have
He,
the Terrifier 2 steelbook.
oh, no, I keep wanting to. I should have pulled the trigger on it and bought it, but I talk myself out of things so bad it's not even funny. Me when we went and seen Terrifier 2, like obviously I knew going in that some people were like, oh, passing out and like walking out and stuff like that, which adds to the mystique of the movie. And so when me and my buddy went and seen it, like I forgot it was a 2.5 hour movie, and so we were
Unless you're there in the theater, you don't know if that's true, and I always feel like people are making that up.
right, and
Because they're saying that about In a Violent Nature too,
oh really?
that people are vomiting.
Oh god. So I think it's just people who just don't have any like experience with horror movies. I think that's what it, and it could be just PR stuff, um, but but me and when I went and seen Terrify, I got to see it in theaters, and Terrify, the second one. So we went there, and there was already some people. Oh no, we were the first ones there, I think. And so a group of guys and their girlfriends came in with them, and they're like, "Are you guys ready to blah blah blah?" And like, dude, like you're going, like you're look here, like you have no idea who you're talking to. Okay, like we are seasoned horror veterans here. Like I've sat through a Serbian film, the 120 Days of Solemn. You know, um, don't just you're okay. Like you have no idea, dude. Like whatever this is about to bring at me, we'll be all right. I mean, like I'm starting to kind of grow on Terrifier 2, um, but like it was all right to me. I do
I
like.
prefer 2 over the first one.
Oh, really? I prefer the
The,
first
the,
one.
the standout thing to the first one that I like the most is the hacksaw down the middle of the chick.
So
But I prefer part 2 because I like that it's not stuck in one building, one place.
okay, that's where that's what I like is movies that are contained. That's why probably why I like Clerks so much. That's probably why it's my favorite movie of all time. It's just like it's in one location. Um, so, but I do like the carnival setting at the end of 2. I thought that was really cool. I really dug that. That really felt Terrifier.
Did you like Jericho's cameo?
Yes, I did. The thing is, like, I'm like when it was all said and done, like, where is Chris Jericho? Because I knew he was in it, and I'm like, I bet he gets killed. I guarantee it, but he doesn't. And I was just, but um, I thought it was pretty good. I like that. I heard he's supposed to. I think he might be in the next one too.
Probably, since he didn't die.
Yeah, like I bet it opens up with him dying. That'd be great.
Probably because he works where art is like being reincarnated.
Right. Um. So you can tell that. Sorry, I don't mean to kind of go back. Um. um the theater experience with it. He there because there's a bunch of guys back there. There's no nudity in the movie, and he is what is it? They were like all giggling at just the side of like a side boob. I'm like, guys, like to me that's like you are like showing how immature you are. Like obviously I like a good nudity scene as much as the next person, but I'm just telling you like they look like they just saw like the second coming of Christ. It's basically how they acted. Like, oh my God, it's like like calm down, guys. Oh. Oh. God, I forgot how dramatic this scene was.
Well, this was fun, Max, but I think I'm gonna get off here.
Oh, no problem. Yeah,
I'm
like I
getting
didn't.
tired of sitting in this computer chair. I'm not in a comfy couch like you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no problem. I'm probably going to call it quits after this episode too. So perfect timing. I think this episode's about over. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I cut it where they was paintballing each other.
Yeah, so perfect. Um, I'll probably be doing this again tomorrow if you want to join in. Depends on how my day goes tomorrow.
Yeah,
And so like, or I might try. You know what? I'll pick Freaks and Geeks tomorrow if I do it, so we can like really talk about that.
I love that show.
So, do you own Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah,
All right, cool. So, yeah, like if I happen to get on tomorrow, I'll send you a message and like, hey, um, but yeah. So yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining me on this. It makes actually kind of like after I finish this bowl of popcorn, I may actually go to bed early tonight. So,
yeah.
so thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this episode's about over, so I'm just going to start saying my thanks to everybody. Pat, I appreciate you joining us. Yep, perfect timing. Um, thank you, Pat, for keeping us keeping the chat active. Echo, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for my forget. That's on your
Cam.
yeah, Cam. Thanks for joining in and keeping bringing some nostalgia there for our old neck of the woods. And yeah, and I will subscribe to Bones Be Chilling. That's your BMX thing, right?
Yeah, check it out when you get
Oh,
time.
that'll be the first thing that I do as soon as I leave here. So you should be getting, hopefully you get a notification saying, "Hi, Brother Max is subscribed," or a new subscriber, one of the two. But I have been getting a couple new subscribers. I don't mean to hold you up. I bet doing these couple of live streams have got me like 4 new subscribers. So
Oh, yeah.
so I'm enjoying doing this. Thanks, Bones, for doing this with me.
No problem.
Hope you, yeah, go sit in a better chair. Go sit.
Trash film addict popped in.
Oh, hey, Alex, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a good while. He did a couple of good videos about Jess Franco here lately. I watched his ones on movies that I've seen before, and he did a really good job of talking about those movies. So go over at his channel and give him some love, everybody. Um, Sorry, I know I probably should have picked a show that we could have followed a little bit better, but but yeah, if you ever get a chance, definitely kind of go back and watch it, and I bet it'll flow a little bit easier. But I think the second season is much better of the show, so because they have a little, I think there was a year apart, so a lot has happened in like the pop culture world at that time. So I think Star Wars Episode 2 had came out at that time, and The Matrix, and so it was just like a slew of stuff like that. Boggling.
I remember the first time you came up on Midnight Hour and we trying to get you to say that. You was acting all shy about it.
And I was I also was trying not to laugh because I'm like, how do I it's my first time saying it. How do I say it? Do I just say Boglins, or do I like Boglins? Like how Wes would do it,
You kind of growled it.
Yeah, like Boglins. Yeah. So I was like, how do I do it? So I'm like, I think I did it that way.
Katie was up there. She was like, they want you to say Boglins, Max.
Right. Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
I think Cal was on panel with you too.
Yeah. But I will say this in today's stream is that group hug in the showers. Don't forget your Irish Springs and your Old Spices. I think I started the stream out with that too.
I think it's how you ended it on your last stream.
Yeah,
I was in the chat with.
So
it's the new outro.
Right. Oh man. Honestly, I didn't realize it. I was when I first started doing that, I really didn't know what I know I quoted Kevin Smith all the time, but I was but to me, like group hug in the shower, I don't know why that has always stuck with me. I think it's just because how random that was, and
I don't know, but it became associated with Max. When you come in, that's the first thing we think of. So yeah. I had Jim help me make it short.
I don't know. I love it. I always hate because I'm usually at work when you guys do your streams and stuff like that. So I'm always in there for like 2 minutes and I have to jump back out. But I have to hear it at least once tonight, and so it's like perfect. And so I always get a great laugh and makes me feel good to see that with my face superimposed over Rob Schneider. I'm like, it's mine now. It's mine.
The two I remember you say is that one and look at these morose motherfuckers.
Right? Oh man, yeah. My wife hates that movie. It's Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I love that movie.
Yeah, same.
I was disappointed with the sequel or reboot or whatever because it doesn't feel anything like the first one.
So, Colonel. Yeah, it didn't feel as like satirish or satirical as the first one. It felt too clean, if that makes sense. It felt too like movie-ish, where the first one felt like a cartoon. I had that cartoon element to it, and I kind of wish it had a little bit more of that too. I know he was trying to make it more.
The first one had so many good quotes. I remember one funny part I love where Justice first walks in that restaurant and he starts hearing a music video in his head. And he says, I think I just filled the cup.
I like Reboot. but there's not really any quotes from that one that I remember
Yeah.
um, at all. It's not really quotable to me. Like it's it's good because I do have to say Jason Mewes' his acting in that movie is really good. That's probably what really shines in that movie to me is his acting.
But to me, in the newer movies, it's not his fault, but it sucks that he looks so different because he lost all his teeth and has like fake ones in or something. He
Right.
looks so different. That's
Like
one thing that bugs me. Like that's not the actor I fell in love with in the first movie. It's
and
the same guy, but he looks different. And it bugs me.
no, I totally get that. I'm so happy that he's been sober and clean for a decade and some change and everything. And he's like, and I watch him on Instagram and like he's like a family man and everything. I'm like that makes me super happy. But like they're like his look from Silent like Strike Back is like that's Jay,
Yeah.
that's
And in the early movies when he's a teenager,
right,
he
like
looks the same in all those movies.
exactly I can't fault him for clean like getting obviously I can't to clean up and everything, but it's like he looked real to me he looked really good in Strike Back and everything. So um
Smoochie boochie bitches.
right. uh, I don't and I don't know if you like I'll end it on have you seen like the deleted scenes for Strike Back? There's like over like hour and a half of deleted scenes for that movie.
Probably, but like I said, I'm old and I can't. I have a hard time remembering stuff.
No, you're good.
Um, I know it has the special features has the full music video where they go through and kick everybody's ass.
Yeah. So I don't know if you also know this, but like Easter eggs, at this time was a big deal on DVDs and stuff.
DVDs were way better than Blu-ray.
Yeah. Uh, there's a Easter egg for Strike Back um where what's his name Jay when the scene at the very beginning where he pulls down his pants and you see his crack and everything, but in the Easter egg you see just a tad more, and like you see his his little extras hanging out, and it's hilarious, and it's funny. Oh, Echo's back.
Well, echo the good old days about DVDs that they had them Easter eggs and they had cool animated moving menus and they don't do nothing like that with Blu-rays.
Right. Like
One of my favorite fucking DVDs is the menu to House of a Thousand Corpses, where Sid just sits there and talks to you nonstop.
I think me and Echo talked about that one day. Like we were just talking about how like uh and they would just tell like tiny jokes, about tiny, and it's
The
like
tiny fuck the stump.
yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm
Those
try-
are the special features. They
ha-
just keep saying it over and over.
my favorite DVD stuff is for UHF, the Weird Al movie. Because it's just Weird Al just doing stuff on screen, and it's just being Weird Al-ish.
Nice.
It's great. And if you do wait long enough, I think he does pop up and yells at you. It's like, make a selection.
That's the same thing Spalding does. Are you still sitting there looking at me?
uh,
Make a fucking option.
yeah, like I totally agree. DVD menus used to be so great. Like,
Well, shit the bed.
right.
I said that one time in one of my videos, so Casey clipped it. And he has another channel, I don't know if you know about it, called Mike Hunt Clips. And he made some kind of fucking music video with me saying, shit, shit, shit the bed, shit the bed. Just got it on repeat.
You're gonna have to send me that one because I have to see. I have
Oh,
not seen.
yeah, there's all kinds of good videos on there.
That sounds great.
I'll send you the link to it.
Um, man. What other? I think um one of the Kevin Smith ones is pretty good too. I can't remember. Oh, the 2 disc DVD one where like the church lady pops up every now and again. And,
Yeah, so his channel is called Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt,
oh,
and he should have heard when I was trying to tell him the net about it about a week ago now.
yeah,
That, that's not a real channel. I know what you're doing. You just trying to get me to say that word.
that's funny. I can picture Nanette saying that too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna hop off here. I'll send you a link to Casey's channel.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to hold you up and everything, but yeah, we did 2 hours. We got through like 4 episodes. I don't think we paid attention to it, but
We didn't even shit the bed.
yeah. So, thank you, Alex, and thank you, Echo, for coming back. Thank you for everyone who's watching. Hope something got you.
These
Hope,
nuts.
there we go. Perfect. We'll end it there. So, and group hug in the showers tonight, everybody. And thanks, everybody. And we're